Hi Chakras family, welcome to our kitchen. So today we are making one awesome, easy and fun chicken curry dish, and soon you will know why it is one of my favorites. So today we are making chicken karahi. For that I have taken a kg of chicken thighs, deboned and cut into 4 pieces. One thigh cut into 4. You can make smaller cubes if you like, but this is how I prefer, and this serves best. Then we need 2.5 tablespoons. This is the spoon that I have measured my yogurt. Preferably take dahi if you are in India, or if you get dahi kind of consistency yogurt abroad, because that gives nice creamy mawa kind of flavor. We need 2 medium-sized tomatoes, peeled, cut into 4. Ginger and garlic. Ginger is about 1.5 inch, and garlic 6 to 8 cloves of garlic. We're soon going to hand pound this. Salt to taste. Half teaspoon turmeric. 2 teaspoons coriander powder. 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder. If you like it spicy, go for a little more, but this is the measurement that works perfectly for 1 kg of chicken. Need half teaspoon of garam masala. This is our homemade garam masala, and we will be adding nutmeg, mace and cardamom powder. So let's get started. So we need kadhai because it's chicken kadhai, so very important. No, I'm kidding. You can make in any pot you like. I've kept the kadhai to heat here. Now this recipe is best made in ghee, but as we know, it's Corona time and I've run out of ghee here. So that's about it. So our oil is nice and hot. First thing that goes in is chicken. We need to fry this chicken until it changes its color, and the raw smell of meat is gone. So this takes about 5 minutes, and then we'll start adding our ingredients, and I'll show you what goes in first and exact order of everything. So it's been 5 minutes that we have been roasting our chicken, and as we can see, it's changed its color nicely. So now goes in the freshly ground ginger and garlic paste. This is the consistency that you need. You don't need to make it too watery. So I've just hand pounded this without any water, without anything. Now we need to fry this thing together with the chicken until the raw smell of ginger and garlic disappears. This again takes another 4 minutes or so, and we are doing this all on high flame. So it's been around 3 minutes that we have been frying this chicken with the ginger garlic. Now we are going to add all our dry masalas. So all the masalas go at once. There's no particular preference here. So that was half teaspoon of turmeric and 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1.5 teaspoon of red chili powder, and salt to taste. And now we need to fry this good 5 to 8 minutes till all the masalas are nice and cooked. It is very important to cook your masalas, otherwise the curry will smell of raw masalas and you do not want to have that kind of curry. So it's been around 5 minutes that I've been roasting the chicken with the masalas, and the masalas look perfect. As you can see, oil has left its sides. Now is the time that you need to add your tomatoes. Oops, it's stuck. So I've moved my kadhai to medium flame, and all we need to add is around about 3 tablespoons of water. Now this curry is not very watery, so you do not need a lot of water here, but we want to add a bit to avoid burning. If you like, you can add more water, but remember we are going to add our yogurt, and that's going to release its water as well. Alright, so now this needs to cook for like 10 minutes on low flame with lid on, and meanwhile we are going to crush this masala. It's been 10 minutes, so let's check our chicken now. As you can see, the tomatoes have become nice and soft. So all it needs is nice mixing, and it will be all, mixed together with the curry. So now all it needs is another 10 minutes and the dish is done. I've moved the kadai to a bigger flame because now we need to add our yogurt step by step and fry it nicely. Make sure your yogurt is beaten so that it does not split in the curry. So I'm going to add in installments and fry it nicely. You can see how watery the curry is, and that's the reason we need not add any more water than 3 tablespoons or approximate 4 tablespoons, but not more. I'm going to add the second batch of my yogurt. So approximately, add 2.5 tablespoons each time, because you do not want your yogurt to split at any cost. This is the last installment of yogurt. So after adding your last installment of yogurt, you need to fry this well, and see, your tomatoes are nice and mixed in the curry. If you see these kind of bits, just mash it with your spoon. I fried my chicken for another 4 minutes or so. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of garam masala. Now I'm adding homemade garam masala, but you can use store-bought as well. And half a teaspoon of garam masala is more than enough, because we are going to add mace, cardamom and nutmeg powder, and since our garam masala is fresh, it's going to give way more aroma than the store-bought ones. So chicken karai is ready. That's the consistency that you're looking for. And one last thing to add. This is the powder that we made of cardamom, mace and nutmeg. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon. You do not need more. And I'm going to add just a pinch of garam masala. And please note, I've switched off my gas because you do not need to fry anything further. A nice mix, and just put on the lid and let the fresh masala to seep in the chicken before you serve. So I really hope you love this recipe, and this is one of my most, not most, but one of the favorite chicken curries because it's no fuss, no onion, no frying, no chopping, no nothing, just some fresh ingredients, and you have this amazing curry to serve to your guests for any party. So I really hope you like this dish, and if you do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and do try this recipe and let us know in the comment section below.